students. Today we are going to discuss about three things. Last class we saw the poem What If, isn't it? So what if poem exercise, then homophones and homonyms. The first is what if poem exercise. First, meanings. Crawled. Crawled means moves with legs and knees. Do you know lizard, snake, it is moving like this, crawling, okay. So that is crawled means moves with legs and knees. So the poet says the thoughts are crawled in his mind, that is imaginary only. The second one is dumb, stupid. What is the stump meaning in this poem? That is stupid. Third one, pranced. Pranced means jumped around happily. The what ifs are jumped around happily in the child's mind. Fourth one, flunk means fail. Sick. Sick means catch an illness. Sometimes we may suffering. That is only catch an illness. Crawled, moves with legs and knees. Dumb, stupid. Pranced, jumped around happily. Flunk, fail. Sick, catch an illness. Now question answer. Who is the speaker of the poem? Do you know author of the poem? Who is that? Shelvestein. But speaker of the poem is the child. The child is the speaker of the poem because the child expressed the what ifs in this poem. What kind of mood is the poet creating in this poem? Do you know what is mood? A mood. Sometimes we are going to ask something to my parent, to our parent, isn't it? That time we are checking their mood. They are happy or sad or they are worried about something. So if they are happy means we convey something what we want to wish, isn't it? So the mood of the poem is what about? So the mood of the poem is negative and it creates pessimistic mood. So the poem expressed the sad things only. If I have dumped in school, if I have suffered from some diseases, if there is green hair grows on my chest. So the poem fully expressed the worry. So it creating the mood is negative. Then it creates pessimistic mood. What is pessimism? Pessimism is also negative thinking. Optimism means positive thinking. So the poem creates pessimistic mood, not a optimistic. What are the what ifs? What are the what ifs? The child, so many what ifs. So the what ifs are fears and doubts that crowd the child's mind. So basically the what ifs are fears and doubts. The child fully struggle into her mind, fears and doubts. So it expressed the what ifs. So the what ifs are fears and doubts that crowd the child mind. When do the what ifs trouble the child? When it's a night time, isn't it? So the what ifs trouble the child at night. Night time only the child gets suffered the what ifs. So why do you think the child is not troubled by during the day? Why? Because in the daytime we have so many activities, isn't it? We are playing, we are studying, we are talking with someone, we are watching TV or we are watching mobile phone. So we have engaged with the for whole day to something, isn't it? So the child is not troubled by what ifs during the day because he is busy with other things. That means that all the things during the day. So when we are busy, when we are active, when we are confident, that time this type of negative what ifs not disturb the child mind. When the child is sad, depressed, less confidence, that time only the what ifs are trouble the child mind. So we should have a positive thinking. So once again, who is the speaker of the poem? The child is the speaker of the poem. What kind of mood is the creating in this poem? Poet creating in this poem? The mood of the poem is negative and it creates pessimistic mood. Pessimistic means negative thinking. What are the what ifs? The what ifs are fears and doubts that crowd the child's mind. When do the what if trouble the child? The what if trouble the child at night. Why do you think the child is not troubled by during the day? The child is not troubled by what ifs during the day because he is busy with other things during the day. So, it was suffered only at night. Once again repeat the meanings. Crawled, moves with legs and knees. Dumb, stupid. Pranced, jumped around happily. Flunk, fail. Sick, catch an illness. This is the exercise of the what if poem. You should learn this. The next one is homophones. Shall we see the homophones? Do you know what is homophones? What is homophones? For example, break, break. So, the homophone is here, same pronunciation, but different spelling, different meaning. Meanings. So, what is homophone? The pronunciation only same, but the meaning and spelling is different. For example, break, break. What is the meaning of word break? We have pronunciation, the pronunciation of the break is same. The first one meanings what? Break means a device to stop a vehicle. So, sorry, this break. B-R-A-K-E. Break means a device to stop a vehicle. B-R-E-A-K. Broken into small pieces. Broken into small pieces. So, the first break is a device to stop a vehicle. The second one is, the meaning is broken into small pieces. So, words that have same pronunciation but different meaning, different spelling, we are called that is homophone. One more example. What is the meaning of cell? A small room. Usually the prisoners stay in that room. The cell to sold something. Present tense of sold. See. What is the first one? We can see the object with our eyes, isn't it? So, see something with our eyes. The second one is sea is, it's a ocean. So, the word same pronunciation, sea, cell, but the meaning and spelling is different. This is called homophones. Okay. Now, we have homonyms. The homonyms are same spelling, same pronunciation, but different meaning. For example, well, in this poem, well means healthy, okay, better. But another meaning is well known. We have to well known about something, isn't it? We know thoroughly means thorough manner, that is called also well. So same spelling, but it gives two meanings or two or more meanings. In this poem meanings, it is healthy, it is okay, but another meaning is well known, it is thorough manner. Okay, we have to know very well about something. So the next one is dump. In the poem meaning is stupid. The poem meaning is dump means stupid. The another meaning is person who cannot speak. A person who cannot speak. So same spelling but meaning is different. So same spelling, same pronunciation, different meaning is homonyms. But homophones, different spelling, different meaning, the pronunciation only same. Okay. So one more example. Pool. In the poem, the pool expressed the meaning is a place where we can swim. Where we can swim, that place is called pool. The another meaning is it's a name of a game. Name of a game. So one meaning is place we can swim. The another meaning is name of a game. So this is homonyms. The one more example, chest. A part of the body. According to this poem, a part of the body. The another meaning is a strong box used to store things. A strong box. Used to store things. The poem meaning is a part of the body. Another meaning is a strong box used to store things. So next one is beat. Beat means hit somebody. According to the poem, someone is beaten the boy, beating with a stick or hand, anything. The another meaning is rhythm of song. Rhythm of song. So this is called homonyms. Same spelling, same pronunciation, but meaning only different. But homophones are different spelling, different meaning, the pronunciation only same. I hope you have understand the homonyms and homophones. Thank you.